why you still feel sick, even when your blood tests are normal. One of the saddest conversations I have with patients goes something like this. Doctor, my blood work says everything is normal, so why do I feel so terrible? If you've ever asked yourself that question, I want you to know you're not alone. Over the past 3 decades, I've had this conversation with hundreds, probably thousands of people. They knew something had changed. They were more tired than they used to be. Their thinking wasn't as clear. They weren't sleeping well. They were gaining weight. Or they just didn't feel like themselves anymore. Yet every time they had blood work done, they heard the same thing. Everything looks normal. After hearing that enough times, many people begin to wonder if it's all in their head. I want to tell you right now, it probably isn't. Today, I'd like to share a different way of thinking about health that may help explain why you can feel unwell even when your blood tests don't show a disease. Let me give you an example. Imagine your car suddenly starts losing power every time you drive up a hill. It still starts every morning. It still gets you where you need to go, but something just doesn't feel right. So you take it to a mechanic. The mechanic plugs a computer into the car, waits a few minutes, and comes back with a smile. Good news, he says. There aren't any error codes. Now think about that for a moment. Would you drive away believing there wasn't a problem? Of course not. You would know that something is still wrong. You'd probably think the computer simply isn't measuring whatever is causing your car to lose power. That doesn't mean the mechanic is wrong, and it doesn't mean the computer is broken. It simply means the tool was designed to detect certain problems, not every problem. I think healthcare can work the same way. Modern laboratory testing is one of the greatest tools we have. I order blood work from my patients every day because it provides valuable information. But most laboratory testing was designed to answer one very important question. Do you have a diagnosable disease? Many of my patients are asking a different question. Why don't I feel healthy anymore? Those are not the same question, and that's where so much frustration begins. One of the biggest misconceptions about health is that disease happens overnight. In reality, that's rarely the case. Most chronic health problems develop gradually. Long before someone is diagnosed, the body has often been adapting to small changes for years. That's because your body is incredibly intelligent. Every minute of every day it's working to keep you alive, keep you functioning, and maintain balance. If you're under chronic stress, your body adapts. If you're not sleeping enough, it adapts. If your nutrition isn't ideal, it adapts. If hormones begin to change, other systems often step in to help compensate. That's one of the most remarkable things about the human body. It's always trying to protect you. The challenge is that compensation isn't the same thing as optimal health. You may still be able to go to work and get through the day, but maybe you're depending on coffee just to get started. Maybe you hit a wall every afternoon, or you're gaining weight. Those aren't necessarily signs that your body is failing. Many times they're signs that your body has been working overtime just to keep everything functioning. Eventually, every system reaches its limit. When that happens, symptoms become more noticeable and the laboratory testing may finally change. From the outside, it looks like the disease appeared overnight, but your body has been telling that story for years. Now let's come back to the word normal. When someone tells you your blood work is normal, it's natural to assume it means perfection. But that's not really what a laboratory report is saying. A reference range simply tells us whether your result falls within the expected range for that particular test. It's an excellent tool for identifying disease, but laboratory testing is only one piece of the puzzle. When I sit down with a patient, I'm interested in much more than numbers. I want to know how they're sleeping, how their energy has changed, and how they handle stress. The lab report may look the same, the person is not. That's why I believe we should always treat people, not just laboratory reports. So at this point, you may be wondering, if my symptoms are real and my blood work doesn't tell the whole story, then what should I do? One of the reasons I became interested in functional medicine nearly 30 years ago was because it encouraged me to ask different questions. Many people think functional medicine is simply using natural supplements instead of medications. That's really not what attracted me to it. What I liked was the way it looked at the body. Instead of asking what medication matches this diagnosis, it asks, why did this person begin losing their health in the first place? For example, imagine someone comes in struggling with depression. Functional medicine asks, why did they become depressed? Is it sleep, blood sugar, or gut health? Could poor gut health be influencing the brain? Is inflammation playing a role? The body doesn't work as separate parts. Everything is connected. A patient may have fatigue, digestive problems, and joint ache. At first, those sound like different problems. Often, they're clues pointing to the same underlying imbalance. Modern medicine has saved countless lives in emergencies. Functional medicine tries to understand why so many people slowly drift away from health long before a diagnosis. Think about the check engine light in your car. The light isn't the problem, it's telling you there's a problem. Putting tape over it doesn't fix the engine. Your body works in a very similar way. Symptoms are often your body's way of getting your attention. Stop asking how to make them go away and ask why. The encouraging news is that your body can begin adapting in a healthier direction. I've seen people regain their energy and improve chronic digestive problems. Does that happen overnight? No, but that's okay. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. Small improvements change the direction of your health. If you've been told your blood work is normal, but you still don't feel like yourself, don't ignore what your body is saying. I've written a detailed article linked in the description. Your body has been working for you every day. Try seeing symptoms as part of a conversation. When you listen, you discover it's been pointing you toward health all along. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you next time.